Hi, my name is Megan and I'm an Oxford medical student. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going through data interpretation. If you guys are new here, please like, comment and subscribe.
A patient is prescribed an IV antibiotic. They require 600 millilitres of antibiotic solution to be given, and the doctor asks this to be delivered over 2 hours. The drop factor is 12 drops in 1 milliliter. Calculate the IV drip rate in drops per minute.
So first, we want to work out the number of drops in 600 millilitres. So we're going to do 600 times 12, and then we work that out to be 7,200. Then, because it asks the drop rate in minutes, we want to convert the hours into minutes. We do 2 times 60 minutes in an hour to get 120 minutes. Then we're going to do 7,200 drops divided by 120 minutes to get 60 drops per minute.
An 8-year-old child is on your ward. He needs an IM intramuscular injection of 0.3 milligrams adrenaline solution. Adrenaline is available as an injection of 500 micrograms per milliliter. How many milliliters of injection are therefore required to supply the required dose?
So first we want to convert 0.3 milligrams to micrograms. So to do that we'll times by 1,000 to get 300 micrograms. Then, because we're looking at a rate of 500 micrograms per milliliter, we're then going to do 300 divided by 500 to get a fraction of 0.6 milliliters.
A petri dish containing 100 bacteria doubles every 3 hours. What will the population number be after 15 hours? And after how many hours will the population reach 25,600?
So first we want to work out the number of doublings within 15 hours. So we'll do 15 divided by 3 to get 5 doublings. Then, because we have 100 bacteria to start with, we'll do 100 times 2 to the power of 5. And it's a factor of 2 because it's doubling each time. And with this we get 3,200 after 15 hours. To work out the number of hours to get to 25,600, we set an equation where 25,600 equals 100 times 2 to the power of an unknown factor, because we don't know the number of doublings. We'll do 25,600 divided by 100 to get 256 equals 2 to the power of an unknown factor. Then, if we think about our powers of 2 to the power of 8 is equal to 256. This means there is 8 doublings to reach 25,600. And because after 3 hours it doubles each time, we do 8 times 3 to equal 24 hours to reach 25,600.
The line graph illustrates the impact of a treatment on percentage survival rates in breast cancer patients. Describe the differences between the two trends in percentage survival rates for the treatment versus control groups.
So in this graph, we can see the percentage survival for both the treatment and control groups. And in the treatment group, the percentage survival is consistently higher over the follow-up period. Looking to the end of the follow-up period, we can see that the percentage survival for the treatment group lies at roughly 75%, whereas the percentage survival for the control group lies at roughly 60%. Although this is useful information, I'd want to look at other factors as well as percentage survival, potentially like quality of life.
A patient is to receive 2 milligrams over 3 hours of a drug that is dispensed in a 1 gram in 150,000 milliliters of solution. At what rate will you set the infusion at in milliliters per hour?
So first, I want to convert 1 gram to milligrams, and that's 1,000 milligrams in a gram. Then I want to consider this in respect to the 2 milligrams. So I'll divide the 1,000 by 500 to get 2 milligrams, and that results in 2 milligrams per 300 mils of solution. Then, because we're considering the rate in milliliters per hour, over 3 hours, I'll do 300 divided by 3 to get 100 milliliters per hour.
At rest, a patient's heart rate is 62 beats per minute, and this increases upon exertion to 104 beats per minute. Calculate the approximate percentage change in the patient's heart rate during exercise.
So first, we want to work out the change in the heart rate between exercise and rest. So we're going to do 104 minus 62 to equal 42. Then we want to work out the percentage change. So we're going to do 42, which is our change, divided by our original amount, which is 62. Because it's a percentage change, we then times by 100, and we get our value to be an increase of roughly 67.7%, which is roughly 2/3.
The line graph illustrates the rate of antibiotic resistance accumulation with time since the introduction of the antibiotic. How would you describe this graph?
So, looking between years 1 and 6, we can see a roughly linear increase in the percentage of resistant bacteria. But as we look beyond year 6, this increase starts to become more exponential, and we can see this by the steepening of the gradient of the graph. Between years 1 and 6, we see a roughly 20% increase in the percentage of resistant bacteria. This is much more rapid and exponential beyond year 6.
A drug is given at a dose of 10 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. Your patient weighs 50 kilograms. It is given a solution where 10 milliliters of solution contains 200 milligrams of the drug. What volume of solution do you need to give?
So first I want to work out the number of milligrams for the 50 kilogram patient. So I'll do 10 times 50 to equal 500 milligrams. And then because it's 200 milligrams per 10 mils, we'll do 500 divided by 200 to get a multiplying factor of 2.5. So that's 2.5 per 10 mils. Then we just do 2.5 times 10 to get 25 milliliters to be given to the patient.
1300 millilitres of saline at 0.9% is running at a 6-hourly rate, which was commenced at 3 p.m. At 4:30 p.m, the doctor requests for the remaining volume to be run over 3 hours. Calculate the millilitres per hour for the remaining volume.
So the saline's already been given for 1.5 hours. This is a quarter of the initial 6 hours. Because we've used a quarter of the time, we then want to do 1,300 divided by 4 to equal 325. Now we need to give the leftover solution, so we need to work out how many mils are still left over to give. So 1,300 minus 325 to equal 975 millilitres left over to give. And now we've got 3 hours left over to give this for, so we do 975 divided by 3 to equal 325 mils per hour is the new rate.
A patient ingests 40 milligrams of coffee. How many hours will it take for the concentration to reduce to 5 milligrams?
So looking at the graph, we can see that the half-life for the coffee is 1 hour. So considering that, let's do 40 divided by 5 to equal 8. This is a half-life, so we're thinking about divisions of 2. So we're thinking about how many powers of 2 go into 8. 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8. So it's 3 hours it takes for the coffee to reach 5 milligrams.